Squarespace, an all-in-one platform that makes it fast and easy to create a professional website, blog, portfolio, and now an online store. Don't fast forward. I'm going to explain to you how to get paid. Squarespace introduces a new commerce solution that allows you to instantly create a store and start selling products. Squarespace Commerce provides a powerful and flexible e-commerce solution integrated to work with every Squarespace template, allowing sales for both physical and digital goods. For example, you can sell music CDs or MP3s, hardcover books, or ebooks. Squarespace has a fast merchant account set up so that you can accept payments right away via credit or debit cards. Get paid, my friends. Use Squarespace. Single interface for order management, tracking orders, providing customer email updates, printing shipping labels, and adding coupons. Squarespace Commerce is included with a business plan subscription, which starts at $24 per month when you sign up for a year. For a free trial and 10% off your first purchase on new accounts, go to squarespace.com/jmohr. That's squarespace.com/jmohr and use offer code JAY3, or go to fakemustache.com and click on the Squarespace banner in the More Stories page. Squarespace. Everything you need to create an exceptional website. You guys want to make more money in 2013? eVoice is the reason you will. When your customers call, you'll have your own toll-free number, professional greeting, dial-by-name directory, and more. This is a cool product. You're going to sound like a Fortune 500 CEO and blow away your competitors. And why shouldn't you? eVoice lets you give out one number that rings wherever you are. The beach, the bar, doesn't matter. You'll sound like you're at the office. You got to go to eVoice.com and use the promo code J. eVoice even takes all your voicemails, transcribes them, and sends them to you instantly as a text or email. How cool is that? Like a boss. You're checking emails and voicemails before the meeting ends, and you don't even look rude. eVoice is only $10 a month, but right now, listeners to More Stories podcast can try eVoice free for 6 months. Just like the podcast is free, eVoice is free for 6 months. That's right, 6-month free trial. Support Fake Mustache Studios. Stop what you're doing. Hit pause. Set up your eVoice account. Free trial. See what I'm talking about. Go to eVoice.com. Use promo code J. That's eVoice.com. Promo code J. One more time. Hit it. eVoice.com. Promo code J. Get paid in 2013. You earned it.
Put your name on it. Just put your name on it. That's all I say. Be a man or a woman. Put your name on it.
Well, I'd like to hear about it, potheads.
How the fuck you gonna know how to be great if you don't study greatness? Look at the game change.
Donuts.
If you want a battle, it's either that you will or you won't.
You know, you're not a bad-looking man, Mr. Gals.
But you are, Blanche. You are in that chair.
There's something wrong with us. Something very, very wrong with us.
Jen Kirkman joining us, Fake Mustache Studios. We're talking off mic about the show Gigolos.
Yes.
And you like the show Gigolos. I love it.
I've seen clips, but I'm into women who want to pay dudes for stuff.
It usually is the other way around.
Yeah.
But on Gigolos, on the show, we had Gigolo Brace on, and he's like, hold on, man. They're just paying for company, and whatever happens, happens. I'm like a saber-tooth tiger, bro.
But that's what everybody says. They're just paying for company.
Yeah, that's so they don't get arrested.
Say, like, with men, when you pay for a woman, you pay for, like, the most ideal, sometimes. The most ideal body or the most ideal situation. You go to Thailand, they treat you real nice and don't nag you, and you go on a trip, and it's lovely.
And you can hang autoerotic. I need somebody to cane me while I autoerotic asphyxiate.
And then make me tea. But, like, with this show, it's the type of man that every woman is avoiding. He's the reason you would have to just get desperate enough to pay a man.
You're right.
That's why I'm fascinated by it.
It is.
There's no like George Clooney gigolo.
No, it's guys that, it is weird.
You can get one of those for free, ladies. They are everywhere. Go to the pool at any hotel in Vegas.
Can't a woman get any guy she wants? Enlighten me. Because
if they're not attractive, no, I guess.
But if a reasonably attracted woman at a bar can just sit there and eventually this guy's going to be like, hey, what's going on? He's going to be a drunken idiot.
If you just want to have sex?
Yeah. But that's what they're getting a gigolo for.
Yeah, but unless guys have a thing where it's like, she's cute enough, I'll wait till the end of the night if I don't get someone hotter.
Late night. I'll call her late night.
So it's like, maybe that's why they just go straight for the Gigolo. I don't
like,
understand it.
Hey, you home? The 8 shot me down, so I figured I'd come to your house because you're a 5.
And you don't kick me out. I'm not in that world of bar stuff, so I don't understand it.
Yeah, I heard you were a huge alcoholic.
I know. Who did you hear that from?
I just made it up.
Oh.
So you were.
I mean, I know, meaning like I know.
Do people say you're an alcoholic?
No, but people think I might be because of that drunk history thing I did. And I'm like, that was a performance for money. They didn't just walk in with cameras and that was my
just
natural
like
state.
the Gigolos, you're performing for money.
And
like
whatever
a comic.
happens.
Yeah.
If I get drunk and throw up. No, but I'm not. I'm like a health nut kind of.
Are you really a health nut?
Yeah.
Did you sit there with your venti coffee? Just
That's like my one vice is coffee.
Yeah, they want me at the acupuncturist. They go, you need to quit coffee. And I'm like, if you knew what I quit, you'd prescribe coffee.
Yeah, exactly. I just came from my acupuncturist already.
Where do you go?
Obnoxious podcast. This guy at a place called Poke on Melrose Avenue.
It's called Poke?
Yeah, it's really great. He's like a Jewish...
Are we ever going to stop talking about gigolos?
No, never. But I like my acupuncturist because he's like a badass looking, like kick your ass in an alley, but Jewish, but gay, but from Brooklyn, but studies with like an ancient Chinese woman, and he comes in every day and tells me her wisdom.
And do you go...
Always keep your feet warm.
Yeah. They're obsessed with staying warm.
Don't wear flip-flops.
Most important thing, John, is just to stay warm. That's what Dr. Lou tells me. When you come out of ocean, make sure to put on sweater, blanket, stay warm.
But who doesn't do that?
Well, I don't know, but they're like obsessive. Like, I don't want to sleep with socks on. I just had a pedicure. I had callus
Did you get
remover.
a pedicure?
Yeah, I'm going today.
It's awesome. My dad just started getting them at 72.
Ronnie Kirkman? Mm-hmm. I heard you destroy it on the Crab Feast, telling stories about Ronnie Kirkman and his leather jacket.
He doesn't have a leather jacket. He's afraid of leather jackets.
That's right. The guy, he was going to give a guy the what for.
My dad was going to go confront my bully's father. And just like in the episode of Buddy Hinton and the Brady Bunch, remember that classic?
Yeah.
Mr. Brady goes to the guy's house and the dad's just as much of a dick. My dad gets there and Mr. Ethan's father is wearing a leather jacket. And my dad comes back home and is like, I'm sorry, Jenny, it was real scary. He had a leather jacket on.
Your dad talks like that?
This is my impersonation. I've been doing of him forever. He's a guy from Boston accent. He is Carl Spackler from Caddyshack. When my sister went on her first date, they went to see Caddyshack, and all the guys that worked for my dad were sitting in the row in front of her, and they stood up and started clapping, Ron Kirkman. And she was really embarrassed.
That's kind of great, though.
It's the greatest. But he is that. He talks like that. He has that weird kind of like...
big hitter, the llama.
Yeah, he talks just like that, but I give him this weird Boston accent that sounds Irish, but he's not.
How come you don't have a Boston accent?
Because I took a voice and articulation class in college.
What college did you go to?
Emerson.
Everybody goes to
I know,
Emerson.
it's the worst school ever.
But not for comics. It's like a comedy factory.
Well, not now it is, and I don't respect that. I'm like...
What?
I'm like, listen, kids, you move to New York alone and you get on the streets. And
Yeah,
you
get
do
your hands
comedy.
dirty.
Yeah.
The Mammoth School.
Now you can, when I studied there, it was acting only. And I told them I want to get into stand-up. And the dean of the college said, well, you would have done it already. All the greats start when they're 18.
Nice guy.
Yeah, and I was like, really? Oh, shit. Oh, all right, fuck. So then I was like, I was so stupid I believed everything an adult said. So then when I was 21, I was like, that's not true. And I started. But nowadays at Emerson, you can major in comedy. You can have a half hour by the time you graduate. And that's not right.
You can't, I don't think you can teach stand-up, do you?
You can't. I think they probably do it right there. They probably just go, what's your story, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like you can't, because I have all these kids, they graduate and then they write to me, I heard you went to Emerson. How did it help? I'm like, it didn't. I never think about it unless someone asks me where
But don't you think you're born a comic?
I think you're born with all the ingredients. Yeah, I mean...
Like, I don't think at 30 you can go, I'm going to try my hand at it. I think it has to be innate inside of you.
I think it does. I mean, I know some people who went as far as to, like, become a lawyer and then they turned into a comedian. But they still did that young.
Greg Giraldo
and Dimitri Martin did the same thing. But they were young enough when they made the switch.
But I think they were born comics, and that was like a...
Yeah, they fucked up. Yeah.
Did you ever work in an office like this?
I have every office job. I have the greatest stories. My office job.
Okay, we should let the listeners know. I just finished the radio show that I do, Fox Sports Radio, J Mohr Sports, and Jen Kirkman was nice enough to meet us here, and so we had to go to. I'm never in my office. I didn't know what floor it was on because the radio station's on the first floor, and I had to ask Maddie Boy, "What floor is it? Are we on 4 now?"
I think we're on 5.
We're on 4.
Oh,
no,
we're
on 4. Yeah, see, it's confusing.
Yeah,
it's the F sounds. It's that hard F. You want some water, honey? Because this is going to be a shitty podcast with you having fucking Legionnaire's disease on the couch, the leather porn couch in the background. Yuck. I never worked in an office, but I think the overhead fluorescent lights, I would have killed myself had I.
I can't. Well, that's probably why I was on antidepressants in my 20s. I can't believe how many I worked in. Like probably 20, and I was a temp. Because I was like, I think for girls it's a little different. Like I wasn't dying to go on the road at 23 by myself to weird places driving around. And I heard that you can either go on the road and make a living. Or
How old were you when you started comedy?
22.
All right, so you've been doing it like 8 years.
I'm 38.
All right, well, I was going to give you, be nice and just,
Thank you. That was
Don't
sweet.
you think it's stupid when women are like, I never give out my age?
No, I love to because I wear it as a badge of honor. I get mad
You
when
should.
people think I'm young.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I know I look young, which is great.
Yeah.
But,
You look like you had 3 callbacks for the Runaways.
oh, thank you. That's my, that's what I would like to look like. But I didn't.
No, that is what you look like. You look like a straight Joan Jett.
Oh, straight. Yeah. Heterosexual.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got these long extensions, though, so I kind of ruined my cool Joan Jett haircut.
I see. I didn't even know it until you pulled it out
Oh, yeah.
from behind.
When I wear it long, it's like 70s, like Aerosmith groupie or Joan Jett, depending on, how I want to dress it up.
The girls, look, guys on the road, notoriously, they always want to have sex with the waitresses. And I'm not going to go down that route, so don't worry. I'm going to go a little bit, but we're going to pull it back because I want to hear all the stories.
About sex. Yeah.
Well, I don't want to talk about it that long because it's boring and I want to go home and get to it. When you're on the road, your audience, there has to be guys in the audience that want to have sex with you.
Well, women never. I don't know any except the ones in the 80s that I heard about when it was like you were more on the road with other attractive comics. And I was saying like comics aren't even sexy anymore. Like to me, like Richard Lewis was really hot in the 80s. And I could see if you were like on the road in the same city, like maybe you fuck him. But we don't fuck audience members because it's like it's like everything you're told not to do. Every instinct you have as a woman that is God-given. Don't go take a strange guy who's a little too into you and bring him back to a hotel room.
He paid money to watch you for an hour. Like
yeah,
you're
then
at the
I'm going
zoo.
to take him to my hotel room or go where he lives. Like, no.
So why does that work for guys? Guys are
because
like
women
completely
can't
different.
like rape you. I think is just what it comes down to. It like women can't. They can stalk you and scare you and think they're your girlfriend when they wake up. But ultimately, you've got some kind of power.
So it's
over
a
them.
non-issue on the road.
It's just a non-issue unless I like. It would be like, oh, my old college boyfriend got divorced and he lives in, Idaho and I'm there. That might happen.
He taught improv at Emerson. Let's improv that we're about to make love.
But yeah,
Yes, and
something like that. But like, I've never had any kind of one night stand on the road.
I have, when I met my wife,
Did I?
she told, I don't know, you tell.
No, I didn't.
Think
also,
about it
my
as-
fans aren't
yeah.
like these hot dudes. I mean, if they are, please introduce yourselves.
Well, you just said, now you're setting yourself up for rape.
What do you mean rape?
Introduce yourselves if they're hot.
Well, you don't have to like attack me, but maybe just come say hi after the show and go like, I'm hot. Here's my STD test. All that kind of thing. But,
That's good.
But I mean, and I'm not trying to insult people that like me, but people that like me tend to be, with you're wearing a plaid shirt, but not in the way in which I'm talking. Like the flannel shirt guys with the
This is
Malcolm
the more
X glasses.
Springsteen-esque
Yes, I'm talking like
plaid shirt that I'm wearing.
I might be a little chubby. I have the nerdy glasses. I'm in a flannel shirt.
I run a podcast shirt.
You're wearing a podcast shirt.
Yeah,
They're wearing
I work for Kevin Smith's shirt.
They were going to the more like comic book store. Then after that, like to
Yeah.
see Weezer kind of thing. And I love those people because they're sensitive souls. But
What if Brian Bell from Weezer came up to you wearing a flannel shirt?
No, I'm not into any of those guys.
Brian Bell's a good-looking guy. Looks a little like Travis Bickle from
not.
Taxi Hunter. Taxi
Taxi
Hunter?
Hunter.
You know that movie, Taxi Hunter? Where they? That's where
What
they.
is that? Taxi Hunter?
Taxi Hunter. What is that movie, hon, with the driver? He drives
You
the
know the
cab
one.
and he gets stuck in Vietnam in his taxi. It's awful because the air conditioning's broken in the taxi.
There's a lot of swearing, but it's good.
I never understood that movie. I understand it.
I've
So
never been in a taxi like that.
office jobs, 20. That's a lot. Like I've been a waiter my whole life.
Oh, okay. I was a bad waiter. I think that's where that stopped.
Really? How are you bad? Just you forget? You write it. They give you a pad and pen, so to help you with that, Jen.
I have ADD, which doesn't work well with certain jobs.
Correct.
So waitressing was bad for me. This one restaurant I worked in, my sister worked in it at the same time, and she was like super great at it. I sucked. I would take the order, be so excited. I'm on top of it. I got it. And then, let me just take one more person's order. Completely forget to put the first table's order in. And then like 20 minutes go by and they're like, where's our food? I'm like, I don't know. That damn kitchen. I go to the kitchen, like, you never gave it to us. I'm like, oh, fuck. Hurry. So the kitchen hated me. And then I would always be like, That's so weird. They didn't leave like any tip at all. Like it happens so many times, and people